What is up, guys? TopTierYugioh here. This is gonna be a pretty chill video, to be honest. I've got no script, probably zero editing in this aside from like some background music, but hey, as you guys can see, we are on the beautiful Rage of the Abyss playmat. I'm currently recording this on Rage of the Abyss sneak peek weekend, and so I went to a bunch of locals this weekend, played Snake Eyes, did really well. By the way, not as mean as Snake Eyes, regular old Snake Eyes from last format, but I did very well. Got a lot of things to open up, and so I've got, let's see, 5 OTS packs, 5 Infinite Forbidden packs. I also got the mat. I got a playset of Mimical Charms. That's pretty cool. And I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, wait, 12 Rage of the Abyss field centers, which look really good. And so let's do a little giveaway. I doubt this happens, but if this video gets 50 likes, I'll give away all but one of these field centers. I do want to keep one for myself because it does look really cool. And so if you guys would like a field center, all you've got to do is like the video and comment that you want to get one. And once it gets 50 likes, the first 11 or 12 people will get one. So that's all you got to do. Like the video while you're down there. Maybe subscribe, maybe not. I don't care. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the openings. Also, forgot to mention the main point of all of this is that we also got some Rage of the Abyss boxes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of Rage of the Abyss. I also don't want this video to take forever, so I might not get to all 5, but we got a couple boxes to open. I've also got one store for prizes. I got 3/4 of a box, and then I also have, I think this is 20 more packs. So we effectively have like 6.5 boxes. This is like half a case basically. So a lot of stuff to open. We're just gonna chill, open these up. I'm going to talk to you guys through the camera like you're right here with me. So that's what we're gonna do. I guess we'll start with the stuff that's already open, then we'll get to the sealed boxes. Let's just go ahead and get going and just chat, hang out, chill. That's about it, really. So yeah, don't forget to like the video though. That I really would appreciate. Let's start with the OTS packs. These are the least exciting ones, but it is pretty cool that we're getting finally a new OTS pack. I think the next week or two. OTS pack 26, I want to say. Yeah, because this is 25. The only card we know from it is low. We don't know anything else about it, which is really shocking given that it comes out in just a couple of weeks. But what would you guys like to see in it? And also, why is low in OTS ulti months after the deck has ceased to be relevant? That is just, Konami's got to get better with that. Also, hopefully we get some better cards in these OTS packs, because all of these are like, you know, straight up unplayable if you're a competitive player. But people do want them for some reason. Like on TCG Player, it seems that I can always sell like an infinite number of like white princess and white princesses. Also, tokens should not be supers or any like, it should not be the card that you pull out of a pack that you like want. Like the token should be bulk. Like they shouldn't be the secrets in the mega 10s. They shouldn't be supers in OTS packs. It's just like straight up filler. But yeah, I always sell like an infinite number of like white princes, and I don't ever see any white decks, but hey, someone's buying them. But yeah, also speaking of TCG Player, if you guys want any of these cards that I pulled or anything I pull in this video, it will all be listed on TCG Player. Link to my TCG Player will be down in the description, as well as my TCG Player affiliate link. And so if you would like to support the channel, definitely click on one of those 2 links, whether you buy from me directly or not. You know, I would really appreciate it either way. If you do choose to buy from my TCG Player store, send me a message on TCG Player after you put in your order, and I will for free add tracking to your order, regardless of the size of the order. So that's a little thing that I'll give you guys as being valued subscribers and members of this channel. So opening up these Infinite Forbidden packs for possibly the last time, it would be something if these are actually good. That'd be pretty cool. This card is really good. I am excited for the Millennium deck getting new support. People kind of downplay how good harder the Blue Eyes is, but it is very, very good. Just having more access to Millennium Ankh without having to resolve shield or without having to just draw it is very, very, very good. So that's a deck I'm excited for. There's a lot of decks I'm excited for in this new set. Centurion's one, they got a lot of good support, which is like what, their 4th or 5th wave of support for Centurions. That, like, have we ever seen a deck get supported for this long? Ooh, Wedju Temple, hey. And ultra rare and some random packs, I'll take it. So that's it for the Infinite Forbidden and the OTS packs. I'm gonna have a lot of trash. Oh my gosh, I will throw these away later. Let's move on to the loose packs of Raid to the Abyss. Let's go ahead and take a look at these new cards. So again, these were not sealed, so there could be some clumping. This could just be straight up supers. Hopefully it's not. Or this could be all secrets. Like, let's see how lucky I get. This is a lot of like just unsealed packs though. So let's go ahead and crack them open. What I would love to hear about though is what cards you guys are most excited for in this new set. So leave a comment down below if you can, what you're excited to see. And this has a lot of them actually. So Mimighoul Slime, very, very good. It's gonna be, I think it's one of the best Mimighoul monsters just because it puts more bodies on board, and having more bodies on board just gives you more options, and that's what the Mimighoul deck needs. Just the ability to make more plays, and Slime is going to help them do that. Love the art on this card, hate the effect on it. It's, I'm pretty sure, terrible. Don't even remember what it does, it's just bad. That's all I remember. And Monk of the Sixth Samurai is pretty decent. This is a card that Mermail plays. I'm sure we'll all be seeing a lot more of that soon, as it is like a monster reborn, or mermails or water monsters, one of the two. I think just mermails or sea serpents or something. Let's see. Ooh, speaking of which, Mermail Shadow Squad, nice. Newbie, this card's also pretty solid, but Mermail Shadow Squad, let's go ahead and let's read through this together. So let's see, let me get it in focus. Always treat it as an Atlantean card. That's extremely valuable because even though it's a Mermail, it means that you have access to it in deck and graveyard as a Mermail card. But then, man, I'm really trying to get this in frame, but my hands are shaking. Had some coffee earlier, but discard 1 card to the graveyard. Water monsters you currently control become level 7. That's really good for going into your rank 7s like Gaios and then Poseidra. And then if it's into the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, special summon 1 level 4 or lower Atlantean or Mermail monster from your deck except for itself. After you special summon, you can only, okay, so you're locked into waters, but, and also hard one to return for each effect. Very, very, very good card. Very, very good. Just both effects are good. The fact that it's going to help you make your rank 7s is very good because before, the only level 7s that you could play were like Teus and Megalo. And I guess lead, but I mean, hey, we're not playing lead in 2024, so you only have so many level 7 monsters, which makes it difficult to go into your rank 7s, but this is going to make that a lot easier, and the rank 7s are both very good, with Gaios being a quick effect skill drain, and Poseidra, which is going to help you, which is a new card, it's going to help you break your opponent's board, as well as it can provide follow-up because it floats, like, into a lot. Like, I think it floats into 3 bodies, which is crazy. So yeah, Shadow Squad's really, really good. And that's the only notable thing in that pack, I want to say. God, that's a lot of yapping for 3 packs so far. So, oh, Max Metalmorph, that's pretty good. Scourge of the White Forest. This card is actually really cool. I'm gonna talk about this another time, but that's really, really good. Interesting. Maybe good's not the right term, but interesting, I would say. Let's see. Drake Shark. Oh yeah, Performer Pals. I forgot there's... Whoa. Token support. Literally. I was talking to someone earlier at Locals. I would really love to see Adventure Token be good again. Like... I just really enjoy that engine, and I love the format when it was like that. And ooh, Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Yeah, we can talk about adventure tokens later. Deception of the Sinful Spoils. This is one of the best cards in the set. Easily one of the top 3 secret rares in the set, behind Molcharmy, I guess neck and neck with Molcharmy, or neck and neck with Dominus Impulse. But Deception of the Sinful Spoils is extremely good for the Azamina engine. But being the Sinful Spoils card means that you can get it with the Abel Star, which you can get with Wanted, which means you have 9 copies of this card in your deck. So very consistent, very powerful, because what it does is it allows you to tribute 1 monster from your hand or field, add 1 Azamina card from your deck to your hand. Now, right now we do only have Azamina spell cards, so it will be searching a spell. There are no Azamina main deck monsters. I believe there is a main deck trap though in this set, but yeah, it searches any card, and then for some reason it has the additional effect that if a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard and you control an Azamina monster, except during the damage step, you can make your opponent lose 1500, and if you do, you gain 1500. So yeah, hey, I don't know why this has a burn effect in it, or any life point altering effect in it, but it does, and it is, hey, albeit completely unnecessary, it is very, very powerful. Probably the most powerful one that we've seen in a while, because of how searchable this card is and how easy it is to use, because it's either player's graveyard, or not either player's graveyard, but I mean, like, it's easy for either player to like trigger this effect. So like, your opponent can trigger this just by activating a hand trap. You could trigger it on your turn by like attacking over your opponent's monster, or let's say your opponent Nibiru's you, and then you send the Nibiru to their graveyard. That could trigger it in your main phase. Like, there are so many ways that you can get off that effect, and it is a 3,000 life point differential with you gaining 1500 and then losing 1500. So it's very, very, very powerful. And then it also has a third effect that during your end phase, if this card is sent to the graveyard from the face up spell and trap card zone, you can set it during your end phase. So it also provides you with just resources, follow up. This card is just insane. Very, very good card. We've also got another Abyssting Triana. This is just such a good card. I mentioned it earlier, but since we pulled another one, we're going to look at it. Special summon 1 Atlantean or Mermaid monster from your hand or graveyard, and if you do equip it with this card, if the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send this to the graveyard instead. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target 3 fish, sea serpent, and or aqua monsters that are banished or in your graveyard, and shuffle them into your deck. You can only use that effect once per turn. You can only use 1 of the effects per turn. Insane card for sure. Mermaid Monster Reborn's pretty good. Searchable too. Alright. That's nice. Have some random packs to pull. An Ultra and oh my god. Man, these are some great, just random loose packs. Whew. Dominus Impulse. Insane. Okay. Oh, and maybe go armor one of the new cards. We'll look at that later. First, we've got... Man, I'm insane. Dominus Impulse. So, beautiful artwork, by the way. But, alright. If your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, negate that effect. Then, if you have a spell or trap card in your, if you have a trap card in your graveyard, destroy that card. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of light, earth, and water monsters for the rest of the duel. You only activate 1 of these per turn. I feel like I misread that, which is, on one hand, makes me feel bad as a grown-ass man to not be able to read, but then it's a little vindicating as well to be like, hey, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Of course I can't read. But, like, wow. But yeah, it's effectively a hand trap. You can use it to negate special summons from anywhere. Hand, deck, graveyard, extra deck. If it's an effect that summons from the extra deck. I should make that clear. It only negates effects that special summon monsters, not inherent summons. Keep that in mind. But yeah, this is an insane card. We're going to see it in a lot of decks. You're going to see it, I think, most prominently within the metagame in Tempai. They're probably the best deck that can play it, but I also think decks like Mermaid, like we've been talking about, Fire Kings, they can play it. You're going to see this in a lot of decks, and I honestly think it's good enough to maybe be in any deck, because The restriction is only if you use it from hand. You can still just draw it and set it, in which case it's like a good card. It's just a good trap card. So I think that Dominus Impulse is something that we're going to see a lot of for a long time. Man, these packs are insane. Those boxes are about to be like horrible though, probably. But more Valmonica support, Rescue Hedgehog to add to the Rescue archetype. What if there's a QCR in here too? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's so much random. Wait, Battle Wasp, that's notable. Oh, Denial Deity Doton. I think this card is actually going to make some waves as well. We also got our first Azamina card, Azamina Soul. Airy. If anyone knows how to pronounce this card, let me know down in the comment section below. I don't think most Azamina decks are going to play it. It is a relatively decent effect, but I don't think we'll see it. So we don't need to know how to pronounce it. But if you do know how to pronounce it, let me know down in the comment section. I'm just curious. We probably don't need to know, but hey. Ooh, another Ultra. Man, this is actually insane. Oh, and I guess, yeah, there is an Azamina trap card, but it doesn't really get played, so we're not going to worry about that. The Alert Queen cards are not good, but the artwork is, and I kind of just want to mess around with them and just try something and see how it goes. But, yeah. Primite Primordial Dragon. I love this card. I hope this archetype gets more support. I think it's so interesting. This card is just very, very powerful, and it's worth building a deck around. So let's also read the effect. Hopefully I remember how to read for this. Also, artwork, pretty good. But the effect, it is... Okay, this is a lot, and it's very small because of how much it is, so forgive me. I'm trying to get this in frame, but also, like, in focus and close enough to my face to where I can read it, but with the microphone still close enough to pick up my voice. So this card cannot be normal summoned except by tributing one normal monster that can be normal summoned or set. Sorry, normal set. But then during your opponent's main phase, quick effect. This is the big thing. During your opponent's main phase, you can reveal this card in your hand immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon one Primite monster, which is itself, and you can only use that effect of Primite Imperial Dragon once per turn. Then, if this card is tribute summoned, apply these effects in sequence. First, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Then, banish all monsters your opponent controls with the same type or attribute as a normal monster in your graveyard. So, that is really good. And so obviously the setup for it is just that you need a normal monster on the board. But then if you have a normal monster on your opponent's turn, this can be a board blank or a board wipe depending on the matchup and normal monster that you use. But there are normal monsters that sort of fit every like pretty much every matchup, so it just depends. I know on stream, on the Konami stream, when they talked about this card, they mentioned Dokuru Yaiba. It is a dark fiend. No, or is it a fire fiend? Yeah, I think it's a fire fiend, but it would cover both Snake Eyes and Yubel. There are plenty of dragon normal monsters that you could use for a Tenpai. I mean, there's just so many things you can use for this effect. I think it's just very, very powerful. And what I would love to do is maybe utilize Cyphering cards like Gamma, Epsilon, Delta, and you could just tribute the driver. Like, that'd be pretty cool, right? Gamma your opponent, then second have this to follow up with, and that also would keep the driver from getting banished, which would make it easier to resolve your other Cyphering cards later on in the duel. So this card I think is really good. I have a lot of things I want to try out with this card, a lot of interesting normal decks. Also, I think there is... Oh, I want to try an Ojama deck. That'd be cool. I know Ojamas have a lot of support. You could play like a Moki deck. There's a lot. Man, I just want to cook with this deck. I just want to cook with the Primite stuff. Hopefully I get more of it. Let's see, we've got the Primera Primus in this pack. I really think that this should have been a secret rare, simply because a lot of the other, like, I think this is the only Centurion super rare synchro monster. Like Legatia's Ultra, Auxilla's secret, which is why this should have been secret. I think that's it. But yeah, like, come on now. This, I really hate it as a super rare. It should have been a secret rare. However, all the other secret rares in this set are very, very good. So there's a lot of competition for that secret rare slot. And I honestly love the way that Konami did it. I know a lot of people hate that, you know, the secrets are so good and that they're expensive, that they're going to be hard to get. It's going to be hard to build certain decks because of that. But I like when good cards look good. Like, I want the important cards in my deck to be higher rarity. I enjoy that. Like, I think it looks cool. I think it's kind of sad, and I guess it says something to how these cards are distributed, but I think it's sad when, like, people want the good cards to be low rarity. Like, when people are like, oh man, I wish Molcharmy was a common so everyone could access it, or so I could get it, like, you know, for cheaper. Yes, people should have access to cards, but I want them to look good too. Like, you know, I wish more sets were like rarity collection, where you had multiple options. I think that's really what would be good. Another Mimigo Slime. But yeah, I think options would just be better. But I at least want high rarity versions of the good cards. So maybe, like, in the same way that we do secret rares as QCRs, maybe, like, some of the secret rares should also be supers. Like, maybe we should be able to get all of the supers as super. Okay, no, maybe not the supers. Maybe all of the ultras we should be able to get as ultra secret, and then only certain ones of those should be QCR as well. But that would mean at least there's like an ultra rare copy of like Molcharmy and the Chase secret rares. Maybe, I don't know. I do wish that there was like just more variety, but at least I want the good cards to be high rarity. Poseidra, which is another good card. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but yeah, Poseidra is something, yeah, very good. We already mentioned it though, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Goblin Bikers Gone Wild, which is a diabolical name. I cannot believe they named it that, but I don't even know if this card is worth reading, but if it is, let me know. Union Pilot, which is Union support, which I am excited to maybe test out in ABCs. One of my favorite decks of all time. Yeah, love that deck. Love ABCs. Firestorms over Atlantis, which is a really cool name. And the artwork's also pretty cool. Let's get a little close-up of that. Like, doesn't that just look cool? Like, it's so detailed. And, like, this is another example of a card that I would love to have in a different rarity. Like, obviously, I don't think it's good enough to be higher rarity, but I would love to see this as, like, a PUR, you know? Or, like, even an ulti. Like, there are just so many rarities where this would look really, really cool. This is also really cool support for like fire and water. Like, it's cool to see that together in one card. And also, sorry, I just like paused to like read it because I was like, what does this do? But then didn't read it out loud. So hopefully you guys could see it or know what it does. At least I do now. Another Rescue Hedgehog. Mimigo Fork. That might be the first one I pulled, a fork. Not too sure. Oh, Primite Roar. Let's see, what does Primite Roar do? I know it's good. I think this was like Schiller's in the OCG, but let's take a look at this. Quick play, Primite Roar. The effect is, let's go ahead and get that in frame. Pay 2,000 life points, then declare one normal monster card name. Then the declared normal monster and primate monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of your opponent's turn. Then, if you control no monsters, you can special summon one declared normal monster from your deck in defense. If your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one normal monster you control in your graveyard, banish one monster from your field, or banish one monster from the field with less attack than that monster. Let's see. So this is really good because it gets a normal monster onto your field, which you can then use for Imperial Dragon. It does not like banish that monster at the end of the turn or destroy it at the end of the turn, anything like that. That monster will stay on your field. It also doesn't seem to have any restrictions with what you can do with that normal monster. It doesn't like lock you into normal monsters or anything like that. And then finally, it does give you a form of disruption as well, in that if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can maybe interact with that normal summon, depending on if that normal summoned monster has less attack than the monster than a normal monster in your graveyard. But that's usually going to be pretty easy to do because most normal summoned monsters in the modern game have pretty low attack. Like Snake Eye, all the Snake Eye monsters, they're all like less than 1,000. All of the Yubel monsters are 0. Tempai, all of their normal summon monsters, like Pydra is all their monsters are less than 1,500 attack. Like there's so many decks that just have weak monsters, to be honest. And so Primite Roar is actually really good. So we've already seen 2 disruptions out of the Primite deck, which is pretty good. Both of them are actually really solid. Again, excited for Primites for sure. Let's see, another Firestorms over Atlantis. Ooh, what is this? This is... Alright, I'm not reading this card. I also have no idea how to pronounce that, and I don't think I'm going to need to know how to pronounce that. So, if you guys know how to, once again, let me know in the comment section. If that card is actually good, yeah, let me know what you're playing in. I think it's... I saw the materials are 2 light machine monsters, and so that's going to be good in, I guess, Cyber Dragons. But, yeah, we're not playing Cyber Dragons in 2024. We've got Mimighoul Throne. Let's go. And another armor, Mimighoul Throne. Let's take a look at this. It is a rank 1 Earth Rock monster, 0 attack, 1000 defense, requiring 2 level 1 Mimighoul monsters. The effect is that you can detach one material, special summon one Mimighoul master from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, that's really good. Then during the main phase, quick effect, you can target one Mimighoul master you control, equip this card to it as an equip spell that gives it 1000 attack. Then you can return cards from the field to the hand up to the number of materials this card had. You can only use 1 effect per turn and only once per turn. Okay, so this is solid for one that it gets you to master. That's good. It is unfortunate you can only use 1 of the effects per turn, but it's good that if you already do have master, it still does something. And it can help you break opponents' boards potentially, or maybe you might bounce your own Mimighoul cards to your hand. There might be plenty of cards that you want to bounce back to your hand to get more value out of, actually, because it doesn't even have to bounce your opponent's cards. You can bounce your own, and I can definitely see that being very, very strong. So Throne's pretty good, and it looks pretty cool too. It's a good looking card. So I think we've had like 4 ultras, 2 secrets. Pretty good out of some random packs. Then another Goblin Biker's Gone Wild. Yeah, also there is this Tempai spell, but I don't think Tempai's actually playing it. So much trash. Alright, let's get to this 3/4 of a box. Hopefully the good parts of the box are actually in it. But let's start with this half. I bet the secret was like right on top too. Nah. Yeah, we'll just go through each half. But I bet the secret was like in this top half of it, which would be tragic. Ooh, Hallowed Azamina. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Also, I would have loved for this to be Ultra to kind of match original Central Spoils, and also get a QCR, which would be very, very nice looking, but at least it's not common. But yeah, Hallowed Azamina. It's going to be one of the major cards in this next format. It is the main card in the Azamina archetype, as it is the fusion spell, one of the 2 fusion spells. So it has the effect that you can reveal 1 Azamina fusion monster in your extra deck, and for every 4 levels that it has, you send 1 Sinful Spoils card from your hand or field to the graveyard, reveal them if they're face down, and then special summon that revealed monster, and it is treated as a fusion summon. If this card is in the graveyard, you can target one Azumina monster that you control or is in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and then add this card back to your hand. And you can only use that effect once per turn. So the effect to add itself back to hand is once per turn, the fusion effect is not. And so typically you are going to be getting two fusions out of this per turn. And so if you just think about the recursion between the deception that we saw earlier, once it's sent to the graveyard, it can set itself during the end phase. This can add itself back to the hand. We can already tell that the Azumina engine is very, very efficient. You're going to get a lot of recursion and value out of it. And so it's definitely going to be worth looking into, not just in Snake Eyes, but in other decks as well. So it'll be interesting to see where we see this Azumina theme moving forward, but I'm glad to see Hallowed Azumina. Alright, another Primera Primus. Not much to say there. Hopefully it's at least an Ultra. Oh, okay. Servicing Big Jaws. Honestly, I'm not too worried about the Shark Big Jaw archetype. But if you guys are, hey, teach me something. But as of now, I'm not too worried about it. Firestorms over Atlantis. Secret rare, please. Nope, another one of these cards. But yeah, hey, that's fair. At least we got an Ultra in that half of the box. That's kind of the downside of getting like unsealed packs, is the set ratios might have been messed with. You might not get exactly, ooh, another Poseidra. You might not get exactly what you expect. Like, there could just be no secrets in here, and that would be sad. That would be really sad. So I take that back. I don't even want to put that into the universe. There could also be 2 secrets in this house. Who knows? Maybe 3. Maybe a QCR. Okay. Oh, Primite Howl. We have not seen this card yet, or Incoming Machine. Let's look at both of these. So, Primite Howl looks pretty cool. Looks like you got an Imperial Dragon in the background or something. But this says, declare one normal monster name. You take no battle damage from battles involving that normal monster or your Primite monsters for the rest of the turn. Ooh, that's pretty good against Tempai. You just won't die. Then, if you control no monsters, you can special summon one declared normal monster from your deck or graveyard. Wow. And during your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one normal monster you control in your graveyard. Take control of one monster your opponent controls with higher attack than that monster to the end phase. So, again, multiple effects, no once per turn clause on this. Interesting. Did I read that right? Let's see. Yeah, there is no once per turn clause on any of the effects on here. So you could special summon multiple normal monsters. Wow. You could also take control of multiples of your opponent's monsters. It also doesn't do anything with the normal monster that you target for the graveyard effect. So if you have multiples of these in your graveyard somehow, like you could use multiple copies of Howl to target the same normal monster and take control of multiple of your opponent's monsters. That's actually really, really good. I have to just read that again and make sure there's no once per turn clause on here. That's actually insane. I guess the monster would still be destroyed by battle, but I could have sworn one of the other ones says that they can't be destroyed by battle. So like, there might be situations where you just don't lose. That's actually insane. Wait, weren't we gonna look at the other card too? Yeah, sorry, I got this. I didn't expect that card to be that good. Next we have Incoming Machine. Let's see, add one monster that mentions max metal. Okay, we're not reading any more of this. Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, it's not like broken, so we're not even gonna, yeah. All I gotta see is Metal Forth in the wording to know is it's not good. Let's see, another Goblin Biker's Gone Wild. I think that makes a playset of those be going crazy over here. Getting wild. another Hedgehog, Guilt of the Sinful Spoils. Nothing else that's really relevant. Battle Wasp. Ooh, another copy of Mimighoul Throne. So let's see, that's our second throne. 2 Poseidras. I'm not keeping track of the ultras actually. Never mind. Let's see. Goblin Biker's Grand Breakout. Another copy of Hallowed Azamina. Oh no, please, a secret. We were getting so lucky at the start of this video, and now we're getting so unlucky. Ooh, Final Bringer of the End Times. I see some people talking about this card. Let's take a look at it. So, also looks pretty cool. It's a quick play spell, and the effect is that you can target one monster you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. You can only activate one Final Bringer of the End Times per turn, so very simple card, but it can be useful for, I guess, breaking boards or dodging targeting effects. It's flexible. It's a solid card. It's not amazing, but it's definitely solid. All right, 2 more packs in this box. Ooh, we've got 1 copy of Azamina Ilia Sylvia. This was Rhea Sylvia in the OCG, but it is Ilia Sylvia now. It is a level 6 dark illusion monster with the materials being 1 illusion monster and 1 light spellcaster. And you'll note that it is very similar. I guess the lore connects it with all of the, I guess it's in the name, the Sylvia cards, the Sylvera cards. It's related to like the White Woods and Sinful Spoils, all that stuff. I think it's like the corrupted version of White Forest Sylvera. But the effect is 1900 attack, 1500 defense. The effect is that any battle damage your Azamina monsters except for Ilia Sylvia inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So that's also reminiscent of Sylvera and White Forest. You can use each of the following effects of Azamina Ilia Sylvia once per turn. If your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you contribute this card to negate that effect. If this card is a short battle or card effect, you can add 1 Sinful Spoils trap from your deck to your hand. So this is an Omni Negate that tributes itself for cost that is extremely valuable, similar to Phantom of Yubel. Cards that tribute themselves as cost to interact with your opponent can be very, very difficult for your opponent to interact with. So it's very powerful, very good. I would say the one downside to this card is its low stats. So only having 1900 attack, 1500 defense does mean that your opponent will be able to, in most cases, use their battle phase to just trade with your Omni Negate and then combo off in main phase 2, which makes it more fair than I think it gets credit for. I think a lot of people look at the entire Azamina archetype as like just being insanely broken. Oh, they have an Omni Negate now, but the Omni Negate is 1900 attack. Like, it's not like Baron or like Savage Dragon that were 3k and they could just beat you down with it too. It's good, but it's not crazy. Final pack, and we've got another one of these cards. I think the universe just really wants me to read this card, but we're not going to do that. Alright, so to avoid this video taking forever, I think I am going to wrap things up. It is getting pretty late. But for the OTS packs and Infinite Forbidden, we had a Right Prince Fusion Tag, Soul Release, Second Fusion Tag, Infernoid Token. Then we have Dark Magic Mirror Force, Exod, Beware the White Forest, Autry, and a Wedju Temple. So most of this is pretty much just bulk, but hey, the Wedju Temple is pretty solid. I think I do need, no I don't need an extra one, but yeah, so that's that. Then for the Rage of the Abyss stuff, we have a playset of Goblin Bikers Gone Wild, playset of Rescue Hedgehogs, 2 Mimighoul Slimes, Drake Shark, playset of Firestorms over Atlantis, 2 copies of Hallowed Azamina. You do only need 1 for the deck, so got an extra one there. Primite Roar, Machine, Scourge of the White Forest, Goblin Biker Grand Breakout, Final Bringer of the End Time, Ilia Sylvia, and 3 copies of this. 2 Battle Wasp Synchros, 2 Primary Primus as the supers. For the ultras, we have Surfacing Big Jaws, Primite Imperial Dragon, Mermail Shadow Squad, which is very, very good. With that, 2 copies of Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord, 2 of those, 2 Mimigal Thrones, Deception of the Sinful Spoils, man, this is such a good card, oh my gosh. And then Dominus Impulse, just another absurd card. So we had some great pulls out of, like, let's see, 16, 20, so 36 packs of Rage of the Abyss. Guess that's pretty fair to get 2 secrets and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ultras out of some unsealed packs. I'll take it, especially with secrets as good as these. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sure most people did not watch all the way till the end of this video, but if you did, you're a real one, man. I really appreciate you just kind of hanging out with me as all this video really was. Like, again, no script, nothing to really say, just hanging out, opening some packs. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of what I pulled, as well as what your pulls were as your sneak peek, what you're excited for in this set, what you want to see moving forward, both in the game and on this channel. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I don't have as much time, but there's a lot I want to do, and hopefully I can get to it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.